We have so much to do today. We are completely out of snacks in our house, and my husband is a big snacker. So we're gonna see how many of his snack bins we can fill up. Also, have you had these things? Bought this at Costco, and I ate the whole bag. We're gonna try to make some of these at home. I don't remember how much it was, but I'm sure I can make it for cheaper. And I know that I can make it with some ingredients that I prefer, even though these aren't bad. I'm gonna try to do that. I also had another round of cherry tomatoes come in, so we're gonna take care of those. We're gonna soak and roast some nuts. We're gonna make some seed crackers. We're probably going to work on filling up the grab-and-go breakfast as well. So I'll be doing probably some chia pudding, and we'll be doing some muffins for both the freezer and the fridge. May do another round of crackers. Lots going on today. So, welcome to Grow and Preserve. I'm glad you're here with me. Let's get started. First thing we're gonna do is 5 seed crackers. This is a recipe from Quite Good Food in New Zealand. I will post it down below. I have made this recipe, oh my goodness, 100 times over the years. It is so good. I absolutely love it. I usually use rosemary in it, but my husband decided he don't likes it with peanut butter on top. So I'm gonna leave the rosemary out so it can go kind of any which way. So we like to put ham on top, we put smoked salmon on top, maybe a little chutney with the ham, peanut butter and honey is really, really good. So we're gonna get started with those. I'm gonna grab all of our ingredients and I'll show you how it's done. First, I'm gonna put the other thing I will tell you is that in our last house, we had a convection oven, convection and traditional all-in-one. And it was great. It was perfect for this. So the temperature was 340 convection. So I'm just going to use 350 and we'll see how we do. I've done it a few times. Sometimes I need a little more time, a little less time. Just depends how wet everything is when it goes in the oven. But we'll do that together. Okay, we need sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, chia seeds, flax seeds, salt, and some warm water. So I have the water already heated up. Let me get the seeds. I only have 4 seeds here, so I think I missed one. Let's see. Oh, sesame seeds. Okay, let me grab those. Looks like I'm out of sesame seeds. So we're gonna make a 4 seed cracker. We'll just substitute something else. Let's see what we can do with 4 seeds, shall we? I'm gonna add a little black seed. I'm not sure that'll go great with the almond butter, but that's okay. We're gonna add a little of that. Okay, 1 cup of sunflower seeds. This is a 1/2 cup measure. Three-quarters of a cup of pumpkin seeds. Half a cup of sesame seeds, which I don't have. So let's see what else we have. 1/2 cup of chia seeds. 1/4 cup of flax seeds. Use a little extra on the flax seeds. 1/2 cup of sesame seeds. I can't believe I can't find them. I'm gonna look one more time. Okay, no sesame seeds. I know they're in there somewhere. Very frustrating. We're gonna have a little more flax and a little more sunflower seeds. I have been tearing apart my pantry, getting ready to move a bunch of my stuff downstairs to the canning pantry. And it's just a disaster in there. I can't find anything. It's driving me crazy. then I'm going to add some black seed. About black seed, it's often called black cumin seed. There's lots of health properties. It's really good, really good. Let's put a tablespoon in here. It does have a strong taste, so I don't want it to be overwhelming. I like to put it in our eggs in the morning. Okay, mix this up. To move you a little farther back, I think, so you can see what's going on. Okay, that's better. You can see. You also see all my mess here in front, right? That's okay. All right, so here's my bowl of seeds. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of water. We're going to need to get the salt as well. This is warm water that I just heated up for my coffee. We only need a teaspoon of salt. This is a tablespoon I have with me here. So I'm just going to do 1/3 of that. Get it mixed up. Put the water in there. We're going to turn it around, mix it up a bit, and let it sit for about 15 minutes. The seeds will start to soak up that water, particularly the chia and the flax seeds. And then we'll make some crackers. Okay, step number 1 is done. Let's get some nuts soaking. We like to use pecans and almonds, and so I'm going to soak them each for 7 hours, and then I'll put them in an oven. Lowest setting, mine will go as 175. But if you can get down to 150, 150 is probably better. And then they go for, the pecans usually take 12 to 14 hours, depending on your oven setting. If you have a convection, even better, probably closer to 12 hours. So my pecans will probably go 14 hours, and my almonds will probably go 18 hours. My oven turns off at 12 hours, so I have to remember to flip it back on again in the morning. So these are going to the oven overnight. So let me grab some nuts. All right, so we'll start with the pecans. And I'm just gonna fill this up about 3/4 of the way full. I'm going to soak these, so I want to give them room to expand. Once they're soaked and then roasted, basically, they won't be raw. If you have the time and the space in your dehydrator, you can dehydrate them. I think it's below 135 will keep them raw, and then you keep all the enzymes intact, and that's wonderful. I just don't have a very big dehydrator, and it has to take some tomatoes out today. Batch going. All right, I'm making a mix. All right, I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of salt in each of these. We'll fill them up with water, shake them around, and let them sit. 7 hours, you could go 8. I don't know if you could go 9, maybe 9. The pecans they won't stand up too much longer than that. The almonds probably will. Okay, I'm going to fill these up with water, which is going to take a while because I want filtered water. I'll try to clean up my mess here. chia out. Take the flax. Take the pumpkin seeds back, sunflower seeds back. Okay, this is almost done filling. Put a couple of lids. Okay, so see that's all filled with water. We'll shake it up, get that salt all through there. I find that they're not too salty at all. Sometimes I even add more salt because we're going to pour off all this water before we put them on the baking sheet tonight. You can even rinse them if you'd like. Dr. Gundry would say rinse them, get rid of some of the lectins. But this will break down a lot of the lectins. So I'll set this one aside. We'll get almonds going. Straight almond. I think what we'll do, we like to have some grab and go breakfast, so I think I'm going to make some chia seed pudding. Grab the stuff for that. Okay. I like these little squatty jars to make this pudding, because then I can just eat right out of there. So my husband likes his a little looser than I like mine. So I use 2.5 tablespoons of chia seeds in his. Almonds are filled up. 2.5. I'm going to do 1, 2. So I still have one left of mine in the fridge. I'll just make one more for me, and 2 for him. So I like 3 tablespoons. I also like almond extract and he prefers vanilla extract. So, you know, nothing's easy, right? Yeah, let me get milk. Oh, you should see my pantry now, it's terrible. All right. Do a little bit of almond extract in mine. A little bit of vanilla extract in his. And we like stevia in ours. Use whatever you like, or you don't even have to sweeten it at all. I like to put honey on mine. And some of these roasted nuts we're doing. And maybe a little homemade jam as well. So the trick is to get this stirred up. So this is a little 8-ounce jar. See all the seeds down there on the bottom? The trick is to get all those stirred up, or they will still be down there clumped on the bottom when it's time to eat it. It took me a long time to try chia pudding because I'm not much for gelatinous kind of things. I thought it was just going to be, I thought the mouthfeel was going to be really bad. But it's really good. Same mouthfeel as like a cream of wheat, maybe. It's really good. So I hope you'll try it. It's easy to make. Just needs to sit really for, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes in the fridge if you're using cold milk. We use coconut milk, but use whatever milk you want. And it'll last in the fridge for at least a week. Okay, another couple of stirs. You can see this one is already thickening up. You can see how that's moving down there. Big clump, so we want to keep that stirred. one, as I said, he likes it thinner. So he doesn't have quite as many chia seeds in there. But they still will firm up nicely. It'll just be a little looser when you take it out to eat it. All right, now, you're wondering how in the world we tell these apart. My lids are always colored, so he knows not to eat them. His lids are always white. Grab another white lid. He knows anything with a white lid is something he's gonna like. So, makes things much easier that way. All right. Let's check on our seed crackers. You can see how they firmed up. Oh yeah, definitely. You see? Okay, that's perfect. Let's get those on the board here. Almonds are filled up. I'm shaking around. Salt dispersed. Will taste like they've been salted lightly when they come out of the oven. It's really perfect, you know, because you can't really get salt to stick to them very well. Soaking in there is fantastic. Okay, I have parchment paper down. I'm going to tilt you down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let's go. I'm going to dump this on here. So that sat for 10 or 15 minutes. Probably would have taken a little bit longer if I hadn't had all those extra chia and flax seeds in there replacing the sesame seeds. I'm going to say it's usually 15 to 20 minutes it needs to sit. And then we just spread it out end to end. Get it as thin as we can. I like to make homemade snacks as much as possible. You know, can't do everything all the time. So we do eat, as you can see, we do eat some store-bought snacks, and I'm probably going to put some dried apples in one of his snack bins. That, you know, it's a Bear brand, which I think is delicious. And I may put some sweet potato chips in there. But I do try to make the things that I know I can make relatively easily. May or may not be any cheaper because I like to use the best ingredients I can. But at least I know what's in them. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the oven. It's going to have about an hour in the oven. Alexa, set a timer for an hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to move this aside. So I have the nuts that'll be going in one of these. I have seed crackers that'll actually be going in a medium-sized version. I'm going to put some apples. Let's go ahead and do that in the big one. And then we're going to try to make these heavenly hunk things. Alright, let me get this filled up while I can, thinking about it. And I have 2 open bags in the pantry. so there's another one. Almost filled up. Let's see if we can make these. All right, I'm going to read you the ingredients here. Organic gluten-free oats. I have that. Dark chocolate chips. I have some chocolate chips, but I didn't want any unnecessary sugar. And I have some of the Lily's chips, but I'm not a huge fan of the erythritol. So I'm going to use baker's chocolate, and we'll just cut it up into tiny bits. This, you're going to think I'm nuts now. This is what I eat as a chocolate bar. I don't eat the whole bar at a time, obviously, but I love it. My husband thinks I'm absolutely crazy, but we'll put enough sweetener in these to make up for it. He'll never even know. Organic chocolate liqueur. I think I do have some chocolate extract, so we'll use that. Organic cocoa butter, I don't have that. Sunflower lecithin, I do have that. Vanilla extract, I have that. Organic brown rice syrup, I don't have that, but I have some. I have the RX sugar syrup, so we'll try that. I also have some liquid allulose. I know these are crazy sounding things to use, so feel free to use maple syrup or honey. That'll be just absolutely fine. In fact, it'll probably be much better than the one I'm making, but we do, for health reasons for my husband, we do try to cut out as much sugar as we possibly can. Organic brown sugar, organic sorghum flour, tapioca flour, potato starch, rosemary extract. That sounds like a weird one, right? Cultured dextrose and sea salt. Okay, so we're going to fudge on a good many of those last items. So let's see what we can do. I'm going to use some chia seeds as a binder. I have my oatmeal, I have my chocolate. Let me get out a couple of the syrups. I have the stevia. I have vanilla extract. What else do I need? I have the salt. Okay, I'll grab a couple more items here. Get some syrup. I'll use coconut oil instead of the palm shortening. And get a couple of starchy flours. Maybe some arrowroot. Let me see what I have. Okay, I thought I was going to come back with another missing item report, but I did not. Okay, we have the rolled oats. I'm going to try some oat fiber in there to hold it together. I've got my baker's chocolate. This is some liquid allulose. It's a syrupy thing. If you don't know about allulose, it's a natural, supposedly natural, 0-calorie sweetener that actually blocks some carbs from being absorbed. As I said, for my husband's sake, we try to reduce as many carbs as we can. Pure chocolate extract, some arrowroot powder, my vanilla, my salt, chia seeds, stevia. What is that? I don't need the almond extract. Okay. All right, put that over here. All right, I think I'm going to do this. Oh, coconut. I know we need coconut. Where's the coconut? Organic coconut shreds. Let me get some coconut. And then I'm going to do this in the food processor. All right, get the food processor out and I'll move you over so you can see what we're doing. All right, let's see how we do. Wet. So I do this kind of all the time. Sometimes they turn out to be massive hits, like the keto dark chocolate almond coconut, I don't know, whatever, what's it called? Keto bars, keto chocolate bars, something like that from Costco. They do a wonderful job. I came up with an exact match, basically, for those. So that worked out really well. Have no idea how this is going to turn out. We'll see. That's half the fun, right? It can't be bad. It's all good ingredients. Just may not be quite as good as Heavenly Hunks. Okay. Coconut oil in the microwave and get it a little liquid. Yeah, they're supposed to put these ingredients in order by weight. So you kind of know where to start and you kind of don't know where to start, right? So more oats in weight than dark chocolate chips. Seems like a lot of oats to me because the chocolate chips are heavy, but we'll see. Coconut butter. Oh, sunflower lecithin. I forgot to get that. Put this in the microwave and grab the sunflower lecithin. So sunflower lecithin, if you don't know about this, it is an emulsifier. You'll often see lecithin like in chocolate. I don't think this has any lecithin in it. No, this is just says chocolate. You'll often see soy lecithin. I prefer the sunflower lecithin. It's a great source of choline, which is also found tremendously in egg yolks. So I like this stuff. I use it sometimes even in a salad dressing if I've got just a simple red wine vinegar and olive oil, and I want it to stay together. Mix it up, and this holds it together in the fridge. It won't separate again. Okay. All right, we're jumping off. Oh, I'm going to move you so you can see. Try to get some of this stuff. There you go. Okay. All right, let's see. Hopefully we don't screw it up. So I'm going to start with a cup of oats. These are really teeny tiny. I haven't had oats in, my gosh, years. We've been grain free, but you know, sometimes this happens. That's not going to make very much. Let's do 2 cups of oats. Okay, 2 cups of oats in there. And what comes next? Next is the dark chocolate chips. I'm going to wait on that since I'm using the processor. So let's get a little bit of flours in there. So I'm going to start with the oat fiber. About 2 tablespoons of that. I'm telling you all this so I can remember it. So I know if it's good or it's bad. I can come back and say, don't do that again. I'll write it down and stick it in my recipe book. We'll use at least 2 tablespoons of arrowroot powder. Probably use cassava as well. Okay. All right, let's get some salt in there. I'm going to do maybe a half a teaspoon, so just kind of a little pinch. Let's see, we can always add more. I'm going to put some chia seeds in there to help it hold together. So I'm going to put, chia seeds are not on the ingredients list, but I'm going to put 1 tablespoon. What else do I need? All right, let's put some chocolate extract. I'm going to put some stevia. I'm going to put a little allulose. Maybe. I think maple syrup or honey would be delicious in this, since I know my husband will not exercise any self-control. Try to keep it as low carb as I can for him. All right, that's Allulose. Let's do some sunflower lecithin. Ooh, some molasses would be good in this too, I think. All right, vanilla extract. I haven't done that yet, right? Vanilla extract. I did salt. Here's my oil. I guess I'm gonna have to go ahead and put the coconut in there, since I have all my liquids in there. About 3/4 of a cup. They are pretty coconutty. All right, let's see what happens. I'll turn the volume down for you. Oh. All right. Getting there. It's not holding together yet, so I need a little more something. I'll do some more coconut oil and then some more syrupy stuff. So let me get this going. All right, I have a little bit of xoxo here. It's not my favorite keto syrup, but I did not have any of the plain RX sugar. It is sweetened with allulose, so we're going to use this. See if I can get it open. Hopefully that'll give me some stick-to-itiveness there, and okay. Let's go ahead and get some chocolate in here. I don't think we have too much more mixing to do, just a little bit. Yes, that's looking good. All right, we're gonna get some chocolate in here. You see, I already broke in and ate a little piece. Can't help myself. These into little chunks. The food processor will do a little bit more for me. Running out of room. used about half of a baker's chocolate bar. You could use, it's probably half a cup of chocolate. So you could use half a cup of chocolate chips if you prefer. Let's see what happens when I do this. Okay, this is pretty exciting. It looks just like those things. Okay. See that picture right there? Look what I have in here. Doesn't it look just like them? Ooh, I'm excited. All right, let's get some kind of a mold here, I guess, to put them in. All right, so the most important part here is how do they taste? I have multiple spoons in case I have to alter some things. I think these may hold together just fine. Oh my gosh, it tastes just like them. Seriously, just like them. All right. Now the question is going to be, will they really hold together? We'll see. There's parchment paper here in my dish. All right, I'm pretty excited by these. I'm going to put them in the fridge so that coconut oil will recongeal. Goodness, so thick I can't get them out. It tastes just like them. Just exactly like them. Alright, let's get it flattened out. Now cut these into little hunks when it is all solidified. Ooh, a big piece of chocolate. Okay, so that's what we have. It looks delicious, doesn't it? Ooh, I can't wait till those are ready. All right, I'll put those in the fridge. All right, I'm gonna clean up a bit, and then I think we'll do some muffins, and then I have some more preserving to do. So we'll get to that too. And I'll get the muffins ready to go in the oven just as soon as the crackers come out. Be right back. Okay, I'm gonna lean down because I know I'm out of the shot when I stand up here. But I want you to be able to see that I have dried another batch of herbs from the garden. So I'm gonna get these chopped up and into jars while we wait on the eggs to come to room temperature for the muffins I told you we were gonna make. So, let's get started with this. I have chives and parsley. You know what? I'm actually going to put those chives back on, I think. Yeah, they're not quite as dry. Yeah, they're not quite as dry as I'd like them. Parsley's probably good. Parsley's good to go. I'm going to put the chives back on the dehydrator with the tomatoes we're going to do. So, we'll just do parsley. It's kind of lazy when I put it on here, and I have all the stems, so I won't put all the stems in my jar. I'll do my best to kind of pull off the leaves. Toss the stems. So tomorrow or the next day, we have another big kitchen day. I'm trying to clear out a bunch of stuff from my freezer. Doesn't need to be in there. I have some packages of stew beef. So I think I'm gonna can some more stew beef, just plain, I think. And then I'm going to do a Texas chili with the rest, so I can get that on the shelf, so that'll be fun. And then I have a bunch of fruit in there. I think I have some frozen strawberries and maybe mixed berries, some blueberries, I have some cherries. So I'm gonna figure that out, and we'll turn that into some, some jam for the pantry. And then what else? Oh, I have some cranberries in there from last year. You know, I stock up when they go on sale. I'm not entirely sure why, because I don't tend to eat them the rest of the year. But I think I'm going to turn those into a chutney, some jalapeno peppers. So we'll see. I saw a recipe for that the other day. Now I need to go find it again. So that'll be a fun one to do. I may make just some plain old cranberry sauce. I'm the only one in my family who eats it. My stepmother will eat a little bit, but I think that's more just to make me feel good. Nobody else in my family likes cranberry sauce, so I may make some in some little jars for me, and then I can have it whenever I want. This morning I went out to walk Izzy, and walking down the street, and there's a pool on a crane kind of flying over the street, going behind its house, about 3 doors down. Well, it's something you don't see every day. If I had my phone with me, I would have taken a picture, or video actually, for you. It was pretty entertaining. All the neighbors were out watching this pool go in. Cops on either end of the street, because this crane was 3 houses tall. It was crazy tall. So it was blocking the street because it had its big legs out, you know, all the way across the street. So we had cops on either end. UPS guy was upset because he had to mark all of his packages undeliverable for the street. So it'd be worth it. Somebody got a wonderful pool today. All right, that's too much to fit in my jar here. So I can squish it down a bit. Okay, parsley is done. All right, let's put some tomatoes right on here. I did get a few more after the big harvest the other day. Not too many, but enough that I'm not going to lose them. Dropped a couple of almonds earlier. They're still wet from being rinsed off this morning. They're probably going to take a little extra time as well. Now I'm working on my 3rd quart of dried tomatoes from the garden. So I'm really excited. They're just one of my favorite things. It didn't take so many to fill up a quart. They would be in my snack bin. This is the sunrise bumblebee that I'm cutting up. It really came on strong toward the end of the season. I had a bunch of these ready to go. So these all survived the freeze, a couple of freezes that we had this week, and ripened up a bit more so I could pick them. Now, put on to the smaller ones. These are the Berries Crazy Cherry. I'm not enamored with these as for fresh eating, but They do dry up nicely. They get sweeter. Nice. But for fresh eating, they just don't do anything for me. And this is the plant that is covered in blight right now. So it's coming out. I should have gotten it out yesterday, but I didn't. So I'll get it out today or tomorrow. Oops, one more. Bed, my tomato bed with the blight. I'm going to put sweet potatoes next year. So I hope that that's going to be okay. And then I'll have to figure out something else. I think you have to go 3 years between blight. I don't know that I will really do that. I may regret not doing it, but we'll see. When you only have so much space, it's very hard to, rotate just have something in each bed every 3 years, or to leave a bed fallow, right? This is not the time to be doing that. So I'm going to do the best I can. It was slated to be peppers, but I know I'm not going to put the peppers in a bed with blight. So I had to do a little bit of rethinking next year's plan. I'm planting garlic. I'm going to plant garlic this week. That just came from, I ordered from Johnny's Seeds. I'm going to try a hard neck garlic. In the South, we typically do soft neck garlic, but I have my hard neck garlic in the freezer. It's actually, I guess I got it maybe 2 weeks ago, so it's been in the freezer. But we definitely get a good freeze here. At least we did last year, and they say this year is going to be colder, so I'm hoping it'll do just fine, because I like the bigger cloves. I hate peeling this teeny tiny little cloves. It's a timer for our seed crackers, so I'll get those out in just a minute. I think this really will be it with the tomatoes, which is sad. Oops, that one's split as well. I am glad to know that I took extreme advantage of them all the way up to the bitter end and preserved what I could. Okay, I'm going to get these on the dehydrator along with chives that aren't quite done, and then we'll get those crackers out. Okay, they're the crackers. Get them out of here, let them cool off, and then we will break them. Hot, 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 hot. Then we'll break them into kind of irregular crackers. Peel this parchment paper off. There we go. Okay, a little piece break off, so we'll taste that as soon as it cools. Too hot right now. All right, we're gonna do a double batch of these muffins. They are called Keto Cinnamon Muffins. Again, you don't have to do it in a keto way. You can use regular sugar. But these are really good. It uses flax meal and almond flour, both of which we enjoy. So I'm not going to do the icing. We don't need all the extra sweetness. But these are delicious muffins. Ooh, my crackers are good. I'm not sure how they're going to work with almond butter for my husband, but they're good. The black seeds are kind of yummy. Okay, I need 2 bowls. All right, let's do the eggs first. Where are my eggs? I have 8 eggs. relatively room temperature by now. I need to go a little shorter so you can see everything. So I put these in the freezer. They can last a good long time in the freezer. They're really nice. Not too sweet. Very cinnamony. If you like cinnamon, they're excellent. Okay, let's do some. So I'm going to need 1 cup of almond milk, 1 cup of melted coconut oil. So, what do you think? That's probably 16-ounce jar, you think? And I've used some of it. I think I'm going to just stick this in the microwave and we'll see. Okay. This summer, keep a thing of coconut oil in the garage where it stays melted. It doesn't get too hot in there, but it stays melted and it makes it so much easier. Okay, I'm going to get my cup of, it says it uses almond milk. We use coconut milk. Use regular milk if you prefer. Just before we mix this in with the dry ingredients, we'll put the coconut oil in, because I don't want it to recongeal once I get it hot. Egg at the bottom of that. Okay, 1 minute in the microwave. And it's ready to go. All right, put that over here. Let's get the dry ingredients. Okay, it would normally be 1 cup of flaxseed meal. Since we're doing a double recipe, I'm going to do 2 cups. I'm actually going to get a different measuring. Let's check my oven temperature as well. It's on 350 from the crackers. Oh, reheat to 350, we're good. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 cups of almond meal. When I do these keto things, grain-free things, gluten-free things, I do it because my husband needs me to do it. So I do it that way, but don't ever think that I don't think other things are perfectly wonderful. You know, I would be making sourdough bread if he could do gluten and the carbs. So do whatever suits you. The point is to get it all done when you can, when you already have the kitchen a mess, and get it in the freezer, get it in the pantry, and then you don't have to stress about it during the week. So by the time I'm done, I'll probably do some keto bars for him later as well. Some protein bars for him later, made out of nuts and almond butter and some syrup and things. And then I won't have to worry about him having breakfast ready to go because he's up much earlier than I am. All right, let's see. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons. Baking powder, yes. Okay. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. 4 teaspoons. So that was 2 tablespoons. So that was actually 6 teaspoons I put in. But that's fine. Maybe that's why I said they were very cinnamony earlier. All right, I thought there was salt in here, but there does not seem to be any salt. There's no extract. Okay, next is a sweetener. They use erythritol. I don't like erythritol. Doesn't digest well. So I'm using Allulose. Use regular sugar. Use monk fruit. Use erythritol. Use stevia. Use whatever you want to use. Okay, so half a cup with 2 tablespoons. Unchunk it a bit. That's a 1/4 cup. Half a cup. We'll call that 2 tablespoons. Allulose does not sweeten quite as much as sugar or erythritol or whatever, but that's fine with us. I don't like it quite that sweet. Kind of surprised there's no salt in this. I think I'm going to put just a little bit of salt. I like to have just a little bit of salt in just about anything. Half a teaspoon. All right, that's mixed up. Let's get the egg mixture in here. Actually, I'm going to get this coconut oil in the egg mixture. So I needed a cup, half a cup, there's a whole cup. That's going to be a full bowl. All right. Okay, that is mixed up. I'm going to oil these down. Use the oil that I just poured in that's already melted for me, rather than spraying. Okay, so we're just going to divvy this up. An individual recipe makes 12 muffins, so we're going to make 24. And we'll put about 2/3 of these in the freezer. So we'll eat the rest over the next few days for breakfast or snacks. So if you have a great muffin recipe that you make, it does not have to be grain-free, because I may be the only one on here who's grain-free. But go ahead and put it down below, please. I'd love to have some other options for everybody. And I like to take things that aren't grain-free and try to make them grain-free. For that matter, if you have any snacks, commercial snacks that you love, that you have created your own homemade recipe for, please put those down below. Always need more snacks. My husband is a snacking fool. All right, that worked out perfectly. Alright, I'm going to put these in the oven for, let's see, 20 minutes, but I'm gonna do a double batch, so it'll probably take a little bit longer than 20 minutes before they're completely done. And as I said, I'm not doing the icing, but feel free to do that. I will link this recipe below if I didn't say that before. Let me get these in. Alexa, set a timer for 12 minutes.
12 minutes. Starting now.
I'm just gonna change the rack position of those in about 12 minutes. Okay, let's get our crackers broken up. And they're just irregular looking crackers, but they look really pretty on a board with cheese and salami and whatever. I kind of like the irregularity of them. They're really good. See? I'll let these sit out a little bit longer before I put them in their container. Make sure that everything is as dry as it can be. So we'll get those put away in a bit. Coming back to tell you that I thought in this one remaining bin, I would just mix up some different nuts for my husband. And look what I found. An entire bag. Oh well. So next time, don't forget, I have plenty of sesame seeds for the crackers. So I'm just gonna mix these up. These are some that I don't bother to soak and toast. He likes them just fine like this. And I get some half-empty bags out of my pantry. I will be so happy to get the canning pantry up and running because I'm gonna, oops, noisy. I'm gonna take one shelf, I think, and put all of my backup stuff there. It won't be incredibly convenient, but that's okay. Try to keep everything in my little pantry. It's a walk-in pantry, but it's still little because the shelves are set and they're like 15 inches apart and they're not really well supported, so I can't stack. I don't know. Anyway, I'll be glad to have my pantry downstairs. I can mix these up a little bit. I can have a little breathing room in the pantry here. You should have seen the mess I made trying to find the sesame seeds. And there they were. I had actually taken them out of the bin. And they were sitting on the floor with everything else. So, oh well. Also switched the muffins top to bottom, so they are getting close to being done. I'll show you those. All right, perfect. I love pistachios. So far I have the, look how much these have puffed up. See, now they're all the way up to the top and puffy, and they will keep doing that until I put them in the oven tonight. So I'm gonna have the roasted nuts in a big bin. I have the mixed nuts here. I'm gonna have the crackers in a bin. Did something else, didn't I? Oh, we did the dried apples. I didn't make those, but put those in a bin. And then I'm gonna have the little sweet snacks, the Heavenly Hunks, which I can't wait to try. I'm gonna try to wait till he gets home so we can both try them, but we'll see. I may not be able to wait. And then I've got the muffins. I just switched those over. And we have the chia pudding. So we got a lot done today. And I got my coffee made. So I've got my coffee filtered so I can get that into the fridge for tomorrow. And that's it, pretty good day. We'll do another big day tomorrow. I've been so busy preserving the harvest and working in the garden for the past couple of months that a lot of this has just, you know, kind of gotten left behind. And you saw I had like 7 empty tubs. So we fixed that. I actually have some more cashews, so I'll put those in this bin. And we're getting there. You know, reclaiming your kitchen after preservation season is something else, I gotta tell you. Okay, the muffins are done and they're perfect. They came out clean. So I'm gonna pull these out of their tins here in a few minutes, give them a couple minutes to sit and cool off a bit, and then we'll get them on a cooling rack, and then they'll be ready to package up for the fridge and the freezer. I have one tiny muffin, smaller than all the others. So he doesn't feel left out. I'm gonna eat him right now. And I use buttery flavored coconut oil. Unfortunately, I can't have dairy, but I imagine these would be so much better even with regular butter. See the inside? Ooh, see the steam coming off? Oh, they smell delicious. Wish you could smell them. Put some jam on these. Tomorrow, I think tomorrow, maybe the next day, we'll make some jam with all that frozen fruit in the freezer. I have plenty of jam, but I'd rather have the freezer space available for whatever, or, you know, just in case there's a power outage this winter. They're really good. They're not very sweet, which is fine with me, because then you can add, you know, the jam or almond butter or honey or whatever you want. But make them however you want to make them. If you want them sweeter, make them sweeter. They'd still be delicious. They'd probably be good with some raisins in here too, or some dried cranberries. Or blueberries. That would be good too. All right. I'll be back when the next batch is ready. Okay, let's start to get some things put away. Our crackers are ready. They look fabulous. If you go to Costco, they have something called rosemary ham. Rosemary ham on these crackers with maybe a little chutney or something. Oh my goodness, so ridiculously good. So give that a shot. Not all going to bed. Gonna have to eat some crackers tonight. Get them in there. That one's not quite dry yet, so I'll leave that out. All right. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get these muffins in their bags. Okay. I just take one bag like that out of the freezer, maybe a couple times a week, so he has that option, but doesn't have to eat a flax muffin every single day. He'll usually eat 2 at a time. These freeze exceptionally well. You won't know the difference when you pull them out of the freezer between those and the ones that haven't been frozen. So I think what I'm going to do is put one more batch in the freezer. Since he has the chia pudding in the fridge ready to eat. And I have plenty of hard-boiled eggs in there as well, so he's all set. I'll put these in the fridge. Okay. Perfect. Now we're going to go ahead and try the Heavenly Hunks. Even though my husband isn't home yet, I was trying to wait, but he's taking too long. So we're going to try that. Now in here, They're little squares. I forgot, maybe an inch square, I think. So I think we'll cut those about here. This says each one is 110 calories. And there are 22 servings per container, and I ate that whole bag during the week that I had COVID. Oh well. Oh, look at that, beautiful. All right, now let's see how it cuts. How many I can get from this. Start at half. Okay. Now let's see. Let's only try to do half at a time here. Okay. There's a lot of chocolate chips in it. So that's where we are. Mine aren't quite as, maybe they are. Here's the picture. Looks pretty similar, right? Let's try it. There's a little piece of chocolate. I'm gonna eat that. It's virtually identical. I'm gonna have to check how much these were next time I go to Costco. That is virtually identical. And I did it with stuff I have on hand. So you may not have all the crazy ingredients that I have because of the way we eat, but make it with, make it with whatever you have on hand. That's really fabulous. Okay, I'll try to put them away. Yeah. That's really good. Those you definitely ought to try. Again, whatever you have on hand. That's delicious. I'm going to try not to eat the entire container. I wonder how many I got. Let's see. 4 times 6. I got 24. So this had 22 servings. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to get these put away. The nuts won't be done until tomorrow. So if I don't get to show you on this video what they look like when they're dry roasted, I will be sure to show you on the next video. All right, delicious. Enjoy. Put something in the freezer, put something on your pantry, put something in the fridge. Get something done so you don't have to do it every single day. There's just no need to do the same thing over and over every single day. Get something ready to go. Okay, so tomorrow we have a bunch of preserving to do. And then the following day, we also have a bunch of preserving to do when I start pulling stuff out of the freezer to get it on the pantry shelf. So I hope you will stick around with me and come back every day. And I hope that you like this format of my kitchen day. I will, if you did, I'll put another one right up here that you can go check out next. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.